And we want to blame the president a lot of times, but a lot of times it's not the president.
It's us.
It's us.
The people who are supposed to change the vote.
Yes.
So whereas Democrats are more open to foreigners, they're more welcoming to foreigners. So why would I go and vote on them?
But you have the right as a citizen. You have the right as a voter to hold them accountable.
Just choose the person who will do the job.
Yo, it's your boy, LJ Chaplin, with Lady Caesar, bringing to you Chilling with the Chaplins, where we deep dive, giving you practical concepts in ministry, business, relationship, and personal development. So, we can take control of our life. Let's go, and let's get it started. Welcome to Chilling with the Chaplins. It's your boy LJ with the one and only, my lovely wife, Lady Caesar. She's in the building. Yes. You know we're about that vibe each and every week. You know what I'm saying? You guys, so we would like to say, we're coming up to our 50th episode. This is the 50th episode. Yes, this is the 50th episode.
On our Friday episode.
Yes, time flies, and so,
I can't believe we have
50. We coming up to our 1 year anniversary in a couple of weeks.
It's been almost 12 months.
Almost 12 months of doing this podcast thing.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, what you think about this podcast thing? And did it fulfill some expectations that you have? And
let's ask the Chaplins. What do you think, Chaplain Chaplins? Has it fulfilled what you were expecting? We're gonna be doing an episode telling you about our journey from day one till the 12 months, and how it's been to even get monetized finally, and the pros and cons of YouTube, and what YouTube has done for us and what it's doing for us, and how it's helped us even personally in our journeys. So be on the lookout for that episode. It's coming up because we want you to walk this journey with us. You've been with us since day one, some of you guys, and some joined us along the way, and we love each and every one of you.
Yes.
So stay tuned, and thank you so much for your support.
Yes, thank you so much for support.
Thank you for subscribing.
Yes, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing the video as well. Yes. The video, the audio, we just thank you. We appreciate it. Everything that you do, it goes a long ways, and we just truly appreciate your support. And like I said, it's been a year, and it's a lot of learning curves. Almost a year, and a lot of learning curves. But this is our 50 episodes, and yes, and during this 50th episode, we got something a sensitive topic to talk about this week. Very sensitive.
Well, it's not necessarily sensitive, but it's a topic that must be spoken about.
Yes. Because,
it's touchy.
Touchy, yes. If you want to say touchy, it's a touchy topic, but it's needed. It's very needed. It's very important that we understand what's going on in our local community, and in our world that we live in. Is vital because there's a lot of things that are happening in your community, and a lot of things we don't even know. And they say knowledge is power.
Yeah. So what are we talking about?
But not just knowledge is power, but applying knowledge is power. So it's very important to begin to understand. And during this week of this during the week of recording, we are in the time of election
in the United States.
Yes, November, and we are electing the House of Representatives. The House of Representatives.
All those people who speak on your behalf.
On your behalf, yes. And these are the people that make the rules.
They make the rules.
These are the people that call the shots.
The legislators.
The legislators. These are these senators and governors in the House of Representatives. These are the peoples that when you see
signs.
That you see things that are not right in your community. These are the individuals.
So they're actually the driving force.
They're the driving force
of politics.
Yes.
So if we don't get it right with the House of Representatives, then we've messed up the entire system.
Yes, we messed up the
Your election for the general election or the national election doesn't really count as much it does because it matters who's in the presidency.
Yes.
But like the Obama case, the House of Representatives were against him.
Yes.
They were Republicans, so he couldn't really pass.
He couldn't pass a lot of laws
because when they say no and stop it at the bottom, then it doesn't matter whether it comes to his office or not.
Exactly, and then they, a lot of people, they want you to start blaming. This didn't happen because of Obama was in the chair, so this didn't happen. No, but Obama had his fingers crossed, the fingers side. He couldn't do a lot of things he wanted to do.
Not even his fingers. He had his
arms side. He had the hand.
Not arms.
Handcuffs.
Maybe the arms. They could have done this to him and duct taped him. He literally
had arms handcuffed him. And we want to blame the president a lot of times, but a lot of times it's not the president.
It's us.
It's us.
The people who are supposed to change that vote.
Yes.
So we're talking elections. We're talking local governance.
Yes.
This week we're talking what's your duty as a resident of that state, that province, etc. Because even in South Africa, we have municipal elections. For us, it's a little different, but we'll talk about it as we go on in the video. How they work them out. They don't have them midterm like we have them here.
Okay.
Because here we have what we call midterms. In South Africa, they have them. We elect them along with the national government.
Okay.
So you'll have 2 ballot papers, one for the national government and one for the local government. That's what it's called. Yeah, and then should somebody pass away or within the local government, then they have like by-elections. I think you have them here as well, where they're just gonna do it for that ward or for that area. Yeah. Okay, but we're talking American politics mainly today. I just like to add a little bit of South Africa because guess what? I won't say most, but some of our chillers are South Africans. So we don't want to leave them hanging as if we're not incorporating them.
Yes.
And some of them don't even understand the politics. So it helps because our podcast is about also teaching.
Yes, self-improvement.
Yeah. And so we're speaking American elections because right now we are in what is called the midterms election. There's campaigns everywhere. You turn on the TV, campaign. You turn on the radio, campaign. People want to be voted in, but it's up to us who we vote in and how we get involved.
Yes, because it's time to make informed decisions when we vote in. Because a lot of us, we should vote straight down the line.
I vote blue. Well, I haven't voted yet, but when I do vote, I vote blue. Okay, I'm Democrat through and through. I vote straight down.
A lot of just vote, but knowing who to vote for, even if you vote a straight Democrat, it's okay. But knowing that you pick the right party, the right candidate, so just don't.
I think it's people like me that mess up the system. Who just vote? They don't even know. They don't know.
Yeah,
as long as
they just see Democrat.
They just
because it's not blue or red. It's just Democrat. It's Democrat, Republican. Right. So a lot of times they just straight down. They see Democrat is blue, or they see Republican blue.
The thing is, when it really matters which side you are on because the laws that they pass, they go with the party. You won't hear a Republican vouching for foreigners, for example, because their political party's rule is that they're cutting down on foreigners.
Yes.
So whereas Democrats are more open to foreigners, they're more welcoming to foreigners. So why would I go and vote on there?
Yes, and even like with different laws that's can approve or disapprove, with abortion. So if you're for abortion, depends who you elect in. Who you voted for. That's if they're gonna pass or not. Welfare or education. These different things. Police brutality. It depends who you vote for. Because if you vote a certain way, and they're gonna vote that way, and you want to know who you vote for because you want to make sure if you vote the wrong person and they racist, that go against. It
go against. Who are we voting for in the House of Representatives? We are voting for governors, right?
Governors and senators.
Senators.
Yes. And yeah, that's pretty. The House of Representatives, the governor, and the senators, because the judges get picked by the Senate. The judges get picked by the Senate, and the president makes the final call.
So how does the hierarchy go? It's governor,
The legislators.
legislators.
Yes, which is the senators.
Oh, it's the senators.
The
first.
senators.
And then.
And then the governors.
Oh, the governors come after the senators.
Yes, because you gotta remember the senators is in charge. They overview the state.
Oh.
The governors overview the city.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
The governors is for the city.
For the city.
No.
For each city. Yeah, for each city. For the city of like the governor of New Jersey, he's overseeing all of New Jersey.
Yeah, that's not a city though.
I mean, the state. Yes, the state. He overviewed the state.
That's what I meant. That's what I thought. Like
Yes.
the city.
The governor.
The mayor oversees.
The mayor oversees the cities, and so the governor oversees the state.
Like who's our governor in New Jersey? Is
Phil Murphy.
Murphy, I know that. And so it's the governor.
Yes.
Who oversees the state.
Oversees the state, and his boss is the senator.
His boss is the senator. So the senator oversees who?
The state.
As well.
Yes.
Oh.
But the senator is in the White House.
Oh.
So the senator is in the White House and they the one that be in the meetings with the House of Representatives, the judges, and the president. And then whatever happens,
who's local does not go to.
No, they stay in.
I'm being educated too.
They stay in that.
I'm gonna be an American soon, so I need to know these things.
They stay in that state principality. So like Phil Murphy stays in Trenton because Trenton is the capital for the state of New Jersey.
He lives in Trenton?
He stays in he's in Trenton. He might not live in Trenton, but that's where that's his headquarters. His headquarters is in Trenton. The senator headquarters is in Washington. That's where
So who's our senator? New Jersey senator?
Booker.
Booker is still the senator?
Booker. Yeah, Cory Booker.
Sweet.
Cory Booker.
Black is gorgeous.
Yeah, Cory Booker. And so whatever happens at the House of Representatives, the meeting,
so
then they pass it down.
You're telling me that Murphy accounts to Booker?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Not because Booker is black, but just, knowing that information helps.
Yeah, but the thing is though too.
And then Booker to the president.
To the president.
Got you.
Yes. But but the president don't they just signed off.
I think Booker the speaker.
Yes, he's he wanted the speakers.
No,
yes.
I'm saying no, he accounts to the speaker.
He comes to the speaker.
Yeah.
The House of Representatives, well, they are the House of Representatives.
Yeah.
But
Nancy Pelosi.
Yes, Nancy Pelosi. Yes, she's the head. She's a senator as well, but she's the head of all the senators.
Gotcha.
Yes, because she has seniority.
Right.
So she the head, and because the Democrat is the majority.
Yeah.
So because they the majority, Nancy Pelosi is the head of all the senators. If it was if the Republican was the majority, then that's why what's his name? Wow, I can't think of his name, but the Republican the older gentleman. That's the Republican. He's the head. He would be the head because he's the seniority of order. So he would be over all the senates.
Got you. All right.
So yeah.
That was a good lesson. All right. So let's talk about. So what are we talking about this week mainly? We want to know how voting can affect your community.
Yes, affect your community because a lot of times they make the laws and put things in place, and we don't know what's going on. A lot of times, who is affected by it is the taxpayers.
Of course.
It's
and they get paid by the taxpayers too.
Yes, so. It's the middle class. We are the middle class. Is the ones us, the one that pay taxes, is the one that fit the bill of a lot of things that goes on in your community.
Right.
Taxpayers, that's why taxes goes up, the property taxes, all the different things. Why? Especially like let's say with police brutalities, and there's a lot of misconduct with police brutalities. Guess what? When the family sues the police force, who pays it?
The taxpayers.
The taxpayers. The government don't pay it. police force don't pay it, the taxpayers pay it. And so when you got these $1 million, when you got this $1 million lawsuits, you know, the government have insurance for misconduct, but the insurance don't cover, especially $1 million insurance lawsuit, you know. So they had to go to investors, and they had to go to banks to issue bonds to pay for the for the lawsuit. And guess who paid for these bonds? It's the taxpayers. So that's why it's very critical to understand what's going on. You know, thank you, Mahatma Gandhi. He said, "Be the change you want to be." Yes, you want to see. So if you want to see change, if you want to impact your community, you have to, you know, you have to get involved.
Yeah, be responsible.
Be responsible.
Do the right thing.
Yes.
You know, just an example as well.
Yes, give us some examples in South Africa.
Not just South Africa, but of the pothole situation, well, in South Africa and in the United States that we see, is because of who we elect as well in office. And this goes even local, like in the city.
Yes.
Because you find that in black, you know, suburb cities, there's so many potholes. But you go to the more affluent suburbs, there's no potholes.
No potholes.
Why? Because the people that you vote in don't speak on your behalf. They probably have their own interest at heart. So be careful who you vote in. If you think that black Democrat is not going to do the job, then go for the white Republican.
Yes.
Who's going to do the job? Just choose the person who will do the job.
Yes, because I mean, I say it over again about South Africa. I'm sorry, this load shedding thing, I can't really understand with load shedding, because I'm like, after they tell me, I'm like, hold on, you tell me South African load shedding, and you got the neighboring countries that's South Africa, that lent to have lights and electricities, and they not impacted by load shedding. But
it's political. It's political.
This issue, and so you know that's a problem. I'm like, how can South Africa have low shedding, but the neighboring country that they support have low shedding? I would think that they would have low shedding, and South Africa wouldn't. You know, so but it's all political party, and this is why you have to be the change you want to see. You have to, if you want to affect change. You have to begin
but how does one get involved? Firstly, I believe you start attending community meetings.
Yes.
You start going to the city hall and hearing and being involved, because you can't be screaming from outside where you're not heard.
Yes.
And your concerns are not noted. Go to city halls.
Go to city halls.
Make your mark. You must be heard. You don't have to be running for anything.
No, you don't have to.
You know, just make sure that you are a concerned citizen.
A citizen, yes.
And speaks their mind, and also, you know, makes their point. Why is this not happening?
Yes.
Not enough people are attending these
meetings,
these community hall meetings,
especially in the black community. Because a lot of time we just go whatever. We feel like, oh, our voice is not heard, and you know they don't listen to us. But I'm here to tell you, your voice can be heard. But you have to get involved. You have to go to you gotta find out.
Oh, but politicians. I don't think the right politicians have been born yet. I think they're just getting worse and worse and worse. But still, it should not stop us from speaking out.
Yes, it should not stop us.
We have a few who have a conscience.
Yeah, but but at the end of the day, it's our fault because we don't go. And we go to because you gotta remember,
we just let it go.
And
maybe that's why in the white community things get done.
It's done because they attend these meetings. Because you gotta remember, in these meetings they have voting.
Yeah.
They vote for different bills. They vote for different, and for your city, they vote for different bills. They vote for different programs. They vote for different things inside your city. And so if you don't attend these meetings, guess what? When they have their vote, and if something that you don't agree with, and you're not there to oppose. You know, you ever watch these movies, you be seeing, they have these meetings, and if nobody opposes the vote, then guess what? It's gonna pass.
Yeah.
It's gonna pass. And then we want to blame gentrification. You know, these big hedge fund companies. Well, we want to blame other ethnicities that's coming into our community and buying up, taking over our community and kicking out the originals. But if you don't go to these city council meetings to see what's going on, to find out what's coming into your communities when they pass these votes and you're not there, then guess what? It's nobody's fault but yours. It's nobody's fault but ours.
Yeah.
We to blame because a lot of times we just go to work, go home,
but the thing is,
chill, talk on the phone.
We are the working class.
Yeah.
So do you take time off work and go to a meeting? That's the thing. This is real life problems.
Yes. A lot of time now the meetings. That's the thing. The meetings. I don't know now, but the meetings a lot of times they used to be after work. So it used to be in the evenings when people get off of work, and it's usually once a week. So that's why you want to find out when your city council meetings is, so that you can make plans to go every Wednesday or every Thursday.
The beautiful part is that what has been happening as well is they've incorporated public radios and public TV stations where they allow people to call in and express their views, even vote in by phone. So make use of those avenues as well. But also make sure that you listen to the right news channel.
Yeah, right news channel.
But I wonder if there is a right one, because most of these television and news
they pay, but they spray a certain way. A certain narrative.
Maybe you should balance it out.
Yeah,
right?
yes.
Is there ever a neutral one?
I don't think no more. I think CNN used to be neutral.
Oh, never neutral. I don't think so.
Never?
CNN is far from neutral.
CNN, you can tell now they're Democratic. They're very Democratic. CNN is very
Fox is very Republican.
Fox, yes, very Republican. So
it's just extremes. When you listen to this one, you know they're going to be talking badly about the other life. It's crazy. We want somebody who's neutral, who can tell facts.
And that's why I think too, in an election, I think, it's vital too to have a balance even in the house.
Yeah.
It's good to have a balance inside the house because you want neutral people. You got some people that's far right, and so when is the balance? There could be like how the Democratic Party was supposed to be, checks and balance.
Yeah.
But when it's all one way, if it's all Republican, they're only going to do what they're only going to be for one sided.
Yeah.
If all Democrats, it's only going to be one side. But when there's a balance, there could be checks and balance, and I think it can be a little better when it's equal.
Yeah.
When it's equal.
Absolutely.
When my job. So but it's very important. But the thing is, even like it's even like when certain areas, with police brutality that you see, certain areas have it worse than others because of the people we have in the chair, or maybe the police get a slap on the wrist because the people that's in the House of Representatives that don't care.
The rules that they put in place.
Yeah, they don't care about certain people, and so you know what? Yeah, it's okay, and
because all lives matter. So once we've voted them in, and we encourage people to go out and vote.
We don't say who to vote for, but it's
election.
Yes.
Go and vote. Don't make your vote go wasted. Unheard. And make sure that your ballot is not a spoiled ballot, because that's a waste of time, right?
Yes.
So make sure that you do the right thing. You vote within the parameters and within the laws of your state, so that your vote can be counted. So that when things start going wrong, you know that you were part of that vote. Or when things start going right, or you were part of making that law come to pass, right?
Yes, yeah.
Now,
another thing I want to add too, and it's not on our, but another thing I want to add is very important. And I know in the U.S. we have something called the census. And so it's very...
I think the census is everywhere. We had it in the Bible as well. I mean, if the Bible can have it, every country can have it, right?
Okay. I don't know. I know about the U.S.
The Bible had it. So we have it everywhere.
Okay. I don't know.
Every 4 years.
Okay. Yeah, every 4. So, but it's very critical to fill out the census form, because that's how the government know who lives in certain areas and things like that.
And that's how they allocate the
That's
funds.
how they allocate the funds.
Yeah.
You know,
depending on how many people
live in that area.
Yeah.
How much they make. So it's very important also when you get your census
be
form.
honest.
Yeah, be honest and fill it out.
Don't say you earn $1 million a year when you don't.
Yeah, be honest and fill out the census form. Don't just come in the mail and look over it. That was me. So, you know, I'm talking to myself. But fill out the census form because it's critical to fill it out so that the government know who lives in the area, so that when they do these votes, they know how to allocate these funds because they know the median, how many people live there,
what's the
average income, so they know what type of programs to put in these areas.
Yeah. All right. So we voted now. We voted for the right people.
Yes.
Now what happens? Make them account.
Yes, make it count.
Make these council people, make these legislators account. Go to your local council.
Yes, council.
You know, in South Africa, it's the mayor. It's the councillor. You know, go to the councillor. I know they sit there and they're nice and big and fat and they listen, still bother them.
Yes, still bother them. Yes.
Because it's your vote that put them there and it's your taxpayers' money that pays their salary.
Yes. You know, network, you know, connect with your local representatives.
But that's what I just said.
Go to network, see what's going on in your community. You have the right to know what's in these books. You know, because some of these cities, they try to hide what they pay, what they pay out. They try to hide it and they don't show it. But you have the right as a citizen. You have the right as a voter to hold them accountable, to see what's in these books, to see what's going on, because they do try to hide because they don't want you to see what they're paying for, how much they're paying out, how much insurance they have to have.
In South Africa, we have this really, really terrible thing that they put in place after the black government came in power.
Yeah.
It's called tenders.
Tenders.
I think it's one of the worst moves South Africa has ever done because it opens up corruption.
Okay.
So how a tender works is that, let's say there's a project let's say there's road that needs to be fixed because there's a pothole. So instead of the municipality going to fix the road, they put out a bid. So tenders are like bids. They put out a bid to say whoever wins the bid is the one who's going to come and fix the road. And guess what? Because these politicians, they want this money as well.
Yeah.
They've got these covered up companies that are theirs, but in a different person's name or whatever. And they make them win the tenders. So the money comes back to them. But then in other cases where they do the checks and balances that to make sure that it doesn't link up with the politicians, they hire their friends or anybody who's willing to pay a bribe. So there's a lot of brown enveloping that happens there. If you don't pay an envelope, then you're not going to get the job. And most of these people, because they've been bribed, you know, you're going to get a bid and you're paying like 10% or 20% of the money that you're going to be getting from the bid. It means you're not going to do the job right.
Yes.
You're going to do a surface work. You're going to do poor quality, and hence you find that's why you have potholes after 2 months of being repaired, and they've paid this person a couple of thousands. After 2 months, you see the pothole again, and it's probably even messier because they've hired amateurs. They've bought cheap material to fix this because all they're thinking about is the bottom line and what goes into their pockets. Which is so sad because now they don't realize that they're messing up the community. The very community that they think they are working for, they're actually working against.
Yes, and so that's why you want to go to these meetings. That's why you want to network with your local representatives. You know, you want to ask questions. Not just any question. You want to ask the right question.
Right.
You know, you want to see.
But no question is a bad question. I mean, like, a question is a question. If you want to know why did the pothole get messed up after 2 months, they must give you an answer.
Yes, they must give you an answer.
Taxpayers' money.
And guess what? Be like the woman with the unjudged that went to the unjudged judge in the Bible.
Oh, in South Africa they will kill you. Don't even try it. They'll kill you.
For real?
Oh yeah, in South Africa we've got hitmen. People who are professional hitmen.
What?
They called Izinkabi, and they mostly Zulu men. Because Zulu men, by a quarter.
They love blood.
No. Quarter means they armed with
spears.
No, they armed with traditional medicine that nobody would touch them. Yeah, did you know that traditional medicine? Like if you go into the field, the witch doctors know which herbs help people not to get shot, not to get stabbed. To be scared, for people to be scared of them. Yeah, and for you, when you're killing someone, you don't even feel numb. You don't feel any emotion. People take things. They put things on their bodies, and man, crazy things happen out there. And these Nkabis, which are the hitmen, which are mainly Zulus. I don't know why, because I think Zulus are just
warriors.
They warriors.
Warriors.
We don't mind killing, right? So they hire these people professionally to go. They don't miss.
They don't miss.
Ooh, they don't miss. Once they've called Nkabi for you, you better run. And not come out of your hole because
but thank God we have, for us to save, we have a savior.
Thank God for the blood of Jesus.
Thank God for the blood of Jesus. So because you gotta remember, we have one that have more power.
I'm not scaring people in South Africa, for example, but I'm just saying, just do it through the right channels. And
right channels. Yes. Because
if you show face and everything, in some cases, you could get yourself into trouble because they'll be like, oh, he has this nuisance.
Exactly. So in certain cases, like South Africa or certain countries, you have to make sure you know. That's why education is power.
And you can submit things anonymously.
Yes. That's why education is power, knowing how to go through these different. That's why, like I said, networking with these politicians, see what's going on, be subtle.
You'll be in their role, you'll be in the payroll. They're like, pay you to shoot.
Do it in a subtle way, but network with these individuals and see what's going on. So that you know what's happening inside your community is vital. To do that and ask the right questions. See, what they using the money for that comes, because you gotta remember, in the U.S., and in other countries too, they get millions of dollars inside these budgets. Millions of dollars in these budgets. And it's very important for you to go out there and see what's going on inside these meetings, council meetings, networking the representatives, seeing where they're doing their money. And then guess what? Ask questions like, what about me?
What about you?
What about the middle class? How can we benefit with this budget? What kind of programs you have for us? How can we get involved in these different projects that you have, with these different projects, with government projects and home ownership, all the different budgets and tax breaks they give to the rich. What kind of tax breaks do we could get? What kind of programs you have for us?
I think even before you go and vote, look up those people who are representing, who are wanting to be elected. What they stand for.
What they stand for.
What is their manifesto?
What is their value?
And their manifesto. What are they campaigning for? Because there's always I was SRC, which is Student Council, so I know these things, politics. And
diplomat student.
And I'm a former diplomat student, so I know a thing or two about politics. And I just follow politics. I love politics. It interests me. So it's always good to know to do, because politicians are politicians.
Yes.
And not
it's a dirty game.
It's a dirty game, and not all of them mean well.
Yes.
Not all of them keep their promises. They just want to get that vote in. I know I did that in college too. We promised people lots of things, but I was one of the good ones. I tried to fulfill my manifesto. Sometimes you say like Obama did, and then you find that you're voting for a certain thing in, but your vote is too little against the others who are voting against you. So your hands are tied. You still want things to be done, but they can't be done because there's too little votes that support
what
you're saying. So, but whatever the case is, we just encourage people to go out there and vote.
And learn these individuals who you're voting for, because even like with the teachers councils, you know, these representatives that's for the board of education, they have also voting that you can vote for them, and a lot of times we skip over them because why? We don't know them,
right?
And we don't know who we voting for. So it's very important to begin to be informed.
Who are you putting in the city hall?
Know these different individuals. Learn who they are. You know, they got Facebook page. They got Twitter pages. They got all these different things, and start doing your research on these different individuals, because they show their true colors. They show you who they are for, and a lot of times, you know, and this is the thing too. This is why you gotta be careful, because sometimes people, you know, that's, you know, you got Democratic states and you got Republican states, right? Sometimes individuals could be a Republican.
And in South Africa, we've got the ANC, we've got the IFP, we've got the EFF, we've got the DA, we've got hundreds of parties.
But look,
oh my God.
but
hundreds. In America, only 2 parties.
3 independents.
Okay, 3.
But here's the.
In South Africa, hundreds. Hundreds.
But here's the thing though, in a Democratic state, you know, sometimes you can have a Republican, because he know he's not gonna win in that state. Guess what he do? He changed over to be a Democratic.
We have those.
But he really, that individual, he or she really a Republican, but they changed over to a Democrat because they know they have to be a Democrat to win in that state.
And then what happens? Are they able to change back once they?
Oh yeah, people do that.
Really?
Yes.
So they're still the Democratic vote?
Yes, people do that.
That's a nasty
or even Republican. They got Republican state. You got Democrat that was changed over to be a Republican, and they really a Democrat.
I think they called it floor crossing in South Africa. I wonder if it's still there as well. They did a lot of floor crossing happened.
So that's why it's.
But would people ever trust you? I don't think so.
But still, you don't know. Sometimes they don't cross over, but they still got they morals. Yeah. They still because they still
don't
believe.
Cross over, but when it's voting
exactly, they still believe. And plus they believe, because they still have, if they were Democrat, they still have the morals to being a Democrat.
Values.
Yeah, the values of a Democrat. Okay, values of a Democrat, and so they're gonna go the Democratic way, even though they're Republican. Or if they're a Republican, they still gonna go the Republican way, even though they're in the Democratic Party. So you know, that's why it's very important to understand who you're voting for and knowing their values. Yeah. Because even though they might have been born a Republican and now they crossed over to a Democratic, they still might have the values of a Republican or values of a Democratic. And they still have values of certain. That's why it's good to learn these individuals who you voted for. Just don't vote just to vote.
Just don't vote just to vote.
Just don't vote.
Yeah, so as we round off, the purpose of this podcast was just to remind you of how important
to be informed.
No, also how important you are.
Yeah, how important
your vote counts.
Yes.
You know, and get out there and vote.
Yes.
I know in South Africa the general election will be in 2024, so you've got another year to think about it.
Yes, and to get a form and to learn these people so that you can put the right people in office. You know, and start getting involved. That's the main thing.
The general election in America will be next year.
Yes, 2024.
Oh, it's also 2024.
For president, yeah.
Oh,
so
both countries will be 2024
for the president. But the because
these
midterms, because these House of Representatives, whoever in here when in Senate, a lot of times they're not up for election again, like for 6 years. 6 years. So you have these people in the office for 6 years, and so you know. But even if they end right by you getting connected with and building relationship with the individuals and seeing what's going on, your voice and going to these meetings. If it's enough for us, enough for people in these meetings that vote against it, they can't do it.
Absolutely.
They can't do whatever they want to do.
Now, we've come to the end of our show.
Yes.
And I'm going to say to you, this podcast was sponsored by
Next Opportunity Window. Yes, this community, it is a fabulous learning community.
Yes,
We're all about learning. We're all about education. We're all about growing so that we can be the best version of ourselves, so that we can make informed decisions, using practical concepts, and just connecting and growing. The community is also about connecting and growing with other like-minded individuals, where we all able to share ideas and see what we can do inside the community, see what else that we can do to learn and to grow from one another, because when we come together, a lot of things that happen inside the community. And so we do have daily things that we do go through and learn and connect and engage in. We have monthly webinars, we have quarterly masterminds, so we got we got the works. There's a lot of things that's going to be in store, and like I said, and we just thank God for everything that's going on in the community, and we would love for you to be a part of it.
Yes.
We would love for you to be a part of it, and you consider it, and you want to support. Join the community. It's gonna be it's gonna be a benefit. It's gonna be a benefit. It definitely will be a benefit.
Yeah, right now we're actually doing a mastermind.
Yes.
And we're just loving it. And what is it called?
Put your dreams to the test.
Put your dream to the test. And we are putting our dreams
to the test. Yes.
And most people are reigniting their dreams.
Yes.
They're shaking them
They're shaking them up.
And restarting.
Don't like Paul told Timothy, shake up the gift in you.
Yes.
Yes, and a lot of people are doing, they dreams are being woken up. They're like, man, things that they wanted to do, they seen, like now they seeing like, oh wow, they learning their limitations, and they seeing what was the reason why they didn't accomplish their dreams, and now they're going for it.
Absolutely. You want to be on the next one.
Yes.
The next one, LJ is thinking of doing is a couples one, and I'm looking forward to that, because in the new year, because the next one is in the new year.
Yes, the new year.
We want to start off with good relationships, good family structures and all that, because most homes are broken, and if we can do a thing or two to make them right again, well, why not? So we look forward to seeing you join.
Yes, we're looking forward to, and like I said, when you are part of the community, a lot of times it's easier to register or RSVP for the different masterminds, and so that you're able to join in and be a part of everything that we do. Yeah. Right now it is on Zoom. It's not in the masterminds is on Zoom, so it's not inside the community. We just offer it complimentary to everyone that register and want to be a part of it on the Zoom. But eventually all of them will be in the community, and we do get you a 7-day free trial to be a part of the community, so that you can get a feel of what we offer and what to expect inside the community before you be committed.
Yeah. Before you get
committed and be with us long term. And like I said, if you want to be a part of it long term and continue your growth journey, it's a small investment of $9.99 a day, about
a month.
$9.99 a month. Thank you, sweetheart. $9.99 a month. It's about 150 rands in South Africa. And like I said, it's less than $1 a day, 33 cents a day. You can't buy too much for 33 cents a day.
You can't buy anything.
You can't buy anything for 33 cents a day. And $9.99 a month. Not too many things cost $9.99 a month, but so it's a small investment for you to be a part of this community, to have lifetime access of the community for
all right. I think we've said enough.
Yes.
So you better come and join us. So,
and you can follow us.
We want to close off by saying you can follow us on all social media channels at Chilling with the Chaplins. Or you can follow me personally at Ladies is a one on Instagram, and
Get Inspired by LJ on Instagram, Facebook,
all of them.
Instagram, Fanbase, YouTube, and Twitter. Get Inspired by LJ.
You're still part of the Twitter family? People are deactivating their accounts. What?
I'm still part of Twitter,
Right.
But I'm more active. Social media, public social media, I'm more active on Instagram, mostly Instagram. But the community is where I'm really gonna be active, really connect with me one-on-one.
Right. And then we want to close up by saying thank you for subscribing. If you have not subscribed, please do subscribe and share it with your friends, family, and
Enemies.
Yes. Make sure you share it with your enemies.
Yes.
And also you can listen to our podcast on all audio platforms. All of them.
We are there.
Even Alexa's, we are there. All right.
Yes, and we do say follow us on these audio platforms. We say rate us, and we say leave a review. It does help us, and it does help us, and it goes a long ways. And we appreciate everything that you do, and we thank you. And I think that's it. Signing off.
Salamiga.
Yes, we'll see you next week. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Yo, it's your boy, LJ Chaplin, with Lady Caesar, bringing to you Chilling with the Chaplins, where we deep dive, giving you practical concepts in ministry, business, relationship, and personal development, so we can take control of our life. Let's go, and let's get it started.